Apem ahenkron aduonu mu abusumi du ni da toso aduonu wasom nabushia wasom nasori
John Kwame Pese,
a cherished friend, a father, a political mentor, a beacon of wisdom, and a pillar of grassroots politics in MPP. He was not just a constituency secretary, he was a father figure, a source of inspiration and strength.
Hallelujah. The Church of Pentecost, Asalili District, Hallelujah. Na yeshafa ya tudini na sorry years of God's goodness. Intibekaya na yeshafa ya tudini 10 years of God's goodness.
Jumadia ebekoso bi ene crusade kasepa ya ni Michelle Camp District.
This is worship festival a yedi share awurade expression a yedi kwasra amejope kasis and worship festival a yedi share awurade expression a yedi kwasra amejope kanu street march a yedi tu safa she so ene awurade mu asanado ye wo da ekeka ho Psalm 118 safa she so ene akasafo a eba safa she bi ene apostle set gamna asante verse 1 akasafo a eba safa she bi ene apostle set pastor Daniel area district apostle SY do area Camp Pastor Daniel Shaman area district Pastor Shadrach resident Michelle Camp district ewo Shaman area any elder Dr. Uboro resident Paramount Chief IWC also any elder Dr. Uboro any pastor Paramount Chief Pastor Adwumadie nyina sin so any pastor Ebrida etoso afiri kosi Pastor district afashi ehase elnada Ebrida etoso bi kan ye ho Ebrida etoso oyi a waye ye pasama nso obeye wuyi ka ye ho na ye na Awurade ase oyi a waye ye no na wonso obeye wuyi. The Church of Pentecost, Asalili District, Adinfiedu. Hallelujah. Awurade ne na sorry adinye enfiedu mu. Enti beka ye ho na ye hyefa ya tudin say 10 years of God's goodness.
Jumadia ebekoso bi ene crusade kasepa ya ni Michelle Camp District ewo Ashaman area.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today we'll be only streaming on YouTube, so kindly bear with me. If you're on YouTube, you can leave comments. I'll respond to the comments. So you can give your comments on YouTube. I'll be responding here. So far, we only have 2 concurrent viewers. So I'll be monitoring. Let's give ourselves up to 610 then we can begin the session. Okay, thank you.
D'options académiques. Avec notre soutien, les étudiants peuvent se concentrer sur leur éducation et sur leur développement personnel, sachant qu'ils ont accès aux meilleures opportunités disponibles. Donc, laissez-nous vous aider à libérer votre potentiel et à ouvrir les portes d'un monde de possibilités. Merci. Bonjour et bienvenue à tous sur notre chaîne. SAP Solutions est une entreprise spécialisée dans la migration pour les études à l'étranger. Ici, à SAP Solutions, nous offrons aux étudiants de meilleures chances à étudier à l'étranger. Nous prenons la qualité et le professionnalisme au sérieux et nous avons aussi des accréditations avec l'ICEF et British Council. Nos partenariats avec de meilleures universités et institutions du monde entier nous permettent d'offrir aux étudiants un large éventail d'options académiques. Avec notre soutien, les étudiants peuvent se concentrer sur leur éducation et sur leur développement personnel, sachant qu'ils ont accès aux meilleures opportunités.
Okay, so over the time, these are some of the videos I've been able to work on. For some people, I worked on quite a range of projects with a large number of people and organizations. So once it's 6:10, we'll start with our session. But before then, sorry guys, today I'll not be using my camera. I've changed location. So the thing is, there was an assignment I put on the page. So I'm expecting to get some feedback from you. Some people have messaged me, and I think you are working on it. So I'd like to know, is there any challenge you are facing? Are you guys facing any challenge? Brainy Yosin says no problem. Anybody else facing challenges? Anybody else facing challenges with the project? Today I can't see your names. So if you could text me on WhatsApp with your name, then I can know how interactive we can be. I can see 5 people here now. I can see 5 people here, so I'd like to know those online, then we can get interactive. Otherwise, you'll be there like that without doing anything.
Et à ouvrir les portes d'un monde de possibilités. Merci. Bonjour et bienvenue à tous sur notre chaîne. SAP Solutions est une entreprise spécialisée dans la migration pour les études à l'étranger. Ici, à SAP Solutions, nous offrons aux étudiants de meilleures chances à étudier à l'étranger. Nous prenons la qualité et le professionnalisme au sérieux et nous avons aussi des accréditations avec l'ICEF et British Council. Nos partenariats avec de meilleures universités et institutions du monde entier nous permettent d'offrir aux étudiants un large éventail d'options académiques. Avec notre soutien, les étudiants peuvent se concentrer sur leur éducation et sur leur développement personnel, sachant qu'ils ont accès aux meilleures opportunités disponibles. Donc, laissez-nous vous aider à libérer.
Okay, so let's just get ready to begin our session. So for today, last week we ended with a project. Now we were working on the project for the CapCut video. So I'll just start and open that, and then we move on. Okay. So I'll first open my Premiere Pro again. Okay, so now you can see my screen.
Bonjour et bienvenue à tous sur notre chaîne. SAP Solutions est une entreprise spécialisée dans la migration pour les études.
Okay, so you all know that from the previous sessions we've had, you know, when you are working on a project, it normally sorry, it normally shows on the first page when you open it, but because I've worked on several projects during this short time, I can't see it here. So you see, I worked on the project 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 2 days ago, 18 hours ago, and yesterday. So Pearl is messaging me. Pearl says she's been trying to cut the videos, but she's getting some sort of problems. So Pearl, I'll respond to your message. Um, I'll respond to your message when we are done with the setup. So what you are doing is, we worked on a project last week and we want to reopen that same project again. So we'll have to use this option, open project. So when I open the project, you see it takes me back to somewhere. If you remember, on our first day when we met, I spoke about knowing how to save your files properly and knowing where they are, knowing where you save your files. So you all can see that, I'm even lost here. Now I'm sure I saved my project at Premiere Pro Tutorials. So I'll open Premiere Pro Tutorials and you see that I have the projects I've worked on here. So you see CapCut Tutorials, and when you highlight on it, you would see the date and time where you worked on the project. So I'll just click on it and open. So I'm having a bit of challenge here. So I'll just switch back to the default. So this is where we ended last time. This is where we ended last time. So we will just move on straight into that and we see how it goes. So now we are done with our cut and join. Even though I've not really done the cut and join properly, what we'll do is we'll just move on and proceed with what we have to do. That's adding of text and some of the graphics. So we'll play through the video and see where we need to add special effects or where we need to add graphics or text. Kindly give me feedback. Kindly give me feedback in the comment section if you can hear the sound from my software. Okay, sure. Brainy yours in. Okay, so you are saying you can hear me. Okay, that's fine.
Vous aider à libérer votre potentiel et à ouvrir les portes d'un monde de possibilités. Merci.
So we'll proceed. We'll proceed. So we'll play through. Normally, I should know the ins and outs of this video, but because I've not played through it during the week again, I am quite lost. So what I have to do is that I have to assess what do I need to add to this video to make it look nice. Do I have to add text and graphics? And oh, sorry, so you can't hear the sound from the video playing. Hold on and let me fix that a bit. Let me fix that soon. Desktop audio.
Hi, I'm Bernard Atiga, and I'm excited to announce something special for all aspiring video editors. I'll be hosting
I hope you can hear me now. I hope you can hear the sound now.
Kafka tutorial session. We'll delve into the basics of video editing on your phone. Whether you are just starting or you want to improve on your skills, this session is for you. You learn how to trim, add transitions to your videos, and also add graphics and text to enhance the look.
Okay, thanks for the feedback.
I'll show you how to export like a.
So we'll listen to the video once more and we'll note where we want to add some graphics. So also note that in Premiere Pro you can mark places where you want to use stuff. So I'll show you how we do that right away.
Hi, I'm Bernard Atiga.
Okay, so for the name part, I'll like to bring my name down there. So I'll press M on my keyboard, and when I press M on my keyboard, you see that there is some kind of mark on my timeline here. So you can see that. Now when I press M again, it brings me the prompt to change the color I've used to mark it. So I'll change to red so that it will be more visible. Then you can see it's red here. So I'll move on to see where I can add text.
And I'm excited to announce something special for all aspiring video editors.
So I would like to add a short video of video editors. So I'll press M here again, and I'll press M second time to be able to change the color there. So I'll press OK, and I'll do this for the rest of my video. You get it?
1 hour CapCut tutorial session.
So I want to stress on the 1 hour, so I can bring some sort of graphic, or I can bring some sort of text there to stress on the 1 hour. So I'll mark it again. When you press it, when you double click your M, which is mark or your marker, it marks it for you.
Tutorial session. We'll delve into the basics of video editing on your phone.
So I would like to bring someone pressing his phone. So you are saying video editing on your phone. So someone editing with CapCut on your phone. You get
Whether
it?
you are just starting or you want to improve on your skills, this session is for you. You learn how to trim.
So for all these parts, I'll add some text. So we'll see how best we can do that. So let's just start from the video here. So now I said that when we are editing, we must always make sure that you go to the Windows workspace and then you select editing to be sure that you are in the editing pane. Now this is how the editing looks like. If I want to work with text or graphics, I'll have to go to the same Windows workspace and then I select graphics from there. It is from the, so you can also use captions and graphics. Now with the captions and graphics, I'll show you how it is. So you see there is a shortcut, Alt Shift and 5. Alt Shift and 5. So instead of going all the way to Windows workspace and then selecting captions and graphics, I'll just use Alt Shift and 5 on my keyboard, and it changes this, the whole place for me. So now what I would like to do is that I'll play from here.
I'm Bernard Atiga, and I'm excited to.
So Bernard Atiga, I want to bring my name. Now in Premiere Pro, you can create your own text and graphic, as well as you can use pre-existing ones. But for now, in our next session, I'll show you how to get those existing graphics. But for now, I want us to learn it on our own. So when you get to where you want to add your text, you can just click on T. When you click T on your keyboard, it gives you the text option. So you see it brings up this selection, this tool for you. When I press V, you see that it changes automatically. When I press C and I come here, it changes to cut. So I'll come here, press T, and then I'll start typing. So I'll click there, and you see there is some red rectangle there. So what I'll do is I'll start typing. I'll type my name, Bernard Atiga. Then I'll make it. So I want to make something like I want to make it title and subtitle. So if you are done, you just click outside your, so you click in your timeline and then you press V so that you don't get a text button again. Now this is my text. You see it's not really visible, so it means that I have to work around it. Now kindly pay close attention here. This is all you need to understand the text and graphics in Premiere Pro. So what I want to do is that I want to give this some kind of background. So When I'm sure that I've switched to my captions and graphics part here, I'll come to my right, the right side of the editing panel, and then I'll look through. So when you look through here, you see there are lots of tools here. This is what makes this is what makes Premiere Pro scary. But all these tools, they are almost doing similar things. So if you look here, these are just text tools. So this one will make it bold. This one makes it slanted. This one makes it all capital. This one makes it small caps. So you see. So these are all things that uh, we should just know of it. They are nothing really scary. So what we'll do is, the first thing I want to do, I don't want to use this font. Please, are we following? Are we following? Now, when you want to work on your text, you have to click on it in your timeline before it pops up here. So I'll select it. I'll go and double click and select it again. Then I want to first work on the font side, the font. So I'll come here and select everything. Then I'll scroll through to find the text that I want to use. But I like Montserrat. If you guys know different types of fonts, you can also use it. So I'll use Montserrat semi-bold, and then I have my name there. So I think semi-bold doesn't look nice. I'll use medium. No. So I'll use, let me just stick to the regular. Okay, this is the regular. Now it looks too big. So what I'll do is, you see by the side of the regular here, you see this 100%, this 100, and you see the same thing here. Now you see when you hover over it, it gives you the font size name. Now you see the hand with the right and left button there. So what happens is that when you click on that, when you click on the 100 and then you move it left and right, now I'm moving it to my right, so it is becoming bigger. When I move it to my left, it will become smaller. So these are some of the easy things you have to know and you'll be using every time in Premiere Pro. So I'll make it quite, let me make it this way. I think this is okay for me. At the same time, I can use this one, this same button, to do the same thing. So if you are not getting this one, then you can come and use this. They're all the same thing. Now I would like to give this a background so that it stands out. It stands out from the background here. I would like to give the text itself a background, because with what we have now, it is not fully visible. It is not that visible. So I'll give it a background. I'll come and then I'll scroll down. You see, when I scroll down, you see background. Now when I take the background, you see that automatically I get, let me make this big so that we can all follow. Let me make this big. Come here. So when I click on background, you see there is some gray thing behind there. So I can click on it. I can click on the color there. Now I can click on the gray here. And then you see I get these two, color picker. Now I can select any color. I can move this, select any color. Once I press OK, it takes effect, so you can see it. But then you see, in editing too, you have to be strategic. You have to make sure that you balance your color well. So I'll try something more deep blue than this. So I'll click on it again, and then I'll come to blue, somewhere blue, and give it a blue background. And I'll select OK. Now I have this. At the same time, let me give you guys a trick. So if you have a flyer, let's say you have a flyer, and then you want to pick your color from there, right? So let's see. Okay, so I have this flyer. I'll put it in. I'll import it and double click so that I see it in the preview pane. Now, let's say I want to pick a color from this side. I'll just double click, and then I'll come and select this color picker tool. When I select this color picker tool, you see anywhere I move, it changes at this side. So when I step here, you see that it's working there. So I'll just click here and pick that color, and then I'll make OK. Now I'm set. When you look down below the blue color here, you see that there is some white and black box there, and they're written 75%. This sign means transparency, so opacity. In editing, they'll say opacity. So opacity means how transparent your color will be behind the object. So when I move this to the right, see, when I move it to the right, you see that it's now very opaque. When I move it this way, you see that it becomes transparent, so you can see through it. So I would like to make it opaque so that you don't see anything through it. Now, if you study it, you see that the background is a bit small. So when you hover over the size tool under the transparency or the opacity tool, you see the size. So I'll move this a little bit. I'll move it this way to the right, and it becomes bigger. I'm sure we can all see it. So okay, so you can all see this. All right, so I'll just leave it here, and I'll come this way. Now this doesn't look it doesn't really look nice. So when you click on your text tool in the text in the timeline, you come and double click in the editing sorry, in the program pane. So I'll come down here, and then I'll give I can choose to leave it this way and minimize it. Then I'll make it a bit transparent. So I'll give it, let's say, 70%. You can also, where you see the blue text, you can also click there and type your own numbers there. So I'll give you 70%. And then I'll see, let me see, what else can I do here? So maybe I'd like to give the text itself there a different color. So with the text, I'll click on the fill. When you click on fill, maybe I like to use yellow. So I'll click on yellow, and you see it changes directly here. But then you realize that the yellow is not nice. So you have to pick a color that blends with the video you are already doing. So I'll try black. You see, I can move around anywhere and it picks the color for me. So I'll try black. if you're also good with colors, you can comment in the, you can add a comment in the comment section. I'll respond to you and I'll use that color. So I'll choose black for now. And you see that at least we are getting better. Now all these, so all these are alignment tools. So you can right align the text and you can left align the text. You can make this center text, you can make it bottom text. All these are just, this is the font size. So when you change the font size, it automatically changes the size of the tool for you. You get it? So this is what you have. Now you can also use style, right? You can use the default style in Premiere Pro. You have to create style. Okay, let's not go there for now. Now you see when you come up here, you see align and transform. With this align and transform, I can use it to position where I want this text to be in my Premiere Pro or in my project. So when I click this one, you see it moves to the middle. So this is align center horizontally, and then I have align right. I can also have align top. I have align center, and then align bottom. So you can use this. You see, you can use this, and then you are good to go. But I wouldn't like to use this because it doesn't look nice. Now, you see, in this place, you have to make sure that your everything you are doing in terms of graphics, it falls within this range. It falls within this range. And as a video editor, it's good that you keep your subject in this frame. So when it is extreme, you go to the second one. When it is okay, somewhere here. So you see, when I was shooting the video itself, I made sure that it was in the frame from the start where I started shooting the video. So what I can also do is for you to get this option, because we call it save margins. You come to the plus option here, and then you look for save margin. Then you can drag it to your timeline. Because I already have it here, let me see what I can do. Let me drag it. So save margin, I'll drag it and put it here and put it here. I can also use this add marker, or I can use any tool here. I drag it and then I'll put it here. And then okay, so I have it here for myself. Anytime I just want to use it, I just click on it and I'm gone. So I'll position this text inside the frame, the save margins. Then when I click on it, I can use this to position it. I can use the transform tools here to position it. So the first one is for left and right, and the second one is for top and bottom. So I'll move this here, and then I'll move this down here. So you see, so we have this here. It still looks big. It still looks big. So what I'll do is I'll click on it here, and then I'll reduce the font. I think this is okay. And we are good to go. Are we making progress? Before I continue, let me check. White on blue. Okay. Owusu Kwachinana. Okay, white on blue. That makes more sense. You see, I'm very bad with colors. I'm very bad with colors. So let me change that. It makes more sense. This makes more sense. Thank you, Owusu Kwache. Then we proceed. Now, I have something like this, which is cool. The border of the text is so rigid. So I'll click on the text here, scroll down, and then I'll give you some border. I'll give you something like 28, or let me make it 30, and then I'll reduce the. Yes, I'll make it this way. So this looks more appealing. Now I'll give you graphics, already made graphics that has a nicer version of this. But for now, we are just learning to do it ourselves. So let's proceed. Now, I want to add the title here. So I want to add CEO of Tech Genius Media. So I'll move this up here. Now let's pay close attention to what I'm doing here. I'll move this up here. Then instead of creating another text from scratch, CEO of Tech Genius Media. You see, when I'm already working on text and I create another text, it will take the form of the old one. So that's one easy trick in Premiere Pro. You get it? Kindly hold on. So what happens is that you can see there is only one timeline. There is only one text item on the timeline. So when I type the CEO of Tech Genius Media, it added this. It added it to the whole item on the timeline here. So I have 2 in 1 here. So if I move this, it means I've moved all of them. You get it? Okay. Now I don't want it this way. I want to make the second one different, but I want to make it the same thing. So what I'll do is I'll press Alt on my keyboard and move. So I'll click and drag to up, or I can click and move to bottom. When you press Alt and you click and drag an object in Premiere Pro, it duplicates it for you. So I'll press Alt and drag this to the top. You see that I have it duplicated here. Okay. So that's what I want to do. Alt, and I'll drag this to the bottom. Now when I drag it to the bottom, you note that it is 2, but because they are all at the same position, you don't see it moving. So what I'll do is I'll come to this pane, the preview pane, and there are 2 arrows here. I'll click on it and select Effect Controls. So when I press Effect Control, I have to click on the object in the timeline again. Then I can manipulate it. So I'll move the one I duplicated. And then I'll double click here. So I'll make it CEO, Tech Genius Media. Okay. Now the idea is that the main
sciences académiques. Avec notre soutien, les étudiants peuvent se concentrer sur leur éducation et sur leur développement personnel, sachant qu'ils ont accès aux meilleures opportunités disponibles. Donc, laissez-nous.
Sorry. So the idea is that the main text, when I say the main text, I mean the Bernard. The main text must be bigger than the subtext. I won't call it subtitle, than the subtext. So this is what I'll do. When I click on the CEO, I'll come click on it in the essential graphics pane by the right side, and then I'll come down here. Now when I come down, I'll make it small caps. I'll take off these small caps. I'll unclick it. Now I don't have anything selected, so it means that I can just come here and adjust the text. So I'll adjust the text to, let's say, I think the 45 is okay. Let's see how this looks. So they are still quite big. So what I'll do is I'll click on the text. Now note that when I click on the text, it still minimizes what I want to do here, you see, but it still looks big. So what I'll do is I'll come and scale it. Previously I taught you that scale is used to reduce and increase the size of objects, right? So I'll scale it a bit. No, let's not scale for now. Let's just make it big and small. So I'll make the CEO a bit small, and then I'll move it up a bit using the scale option. Now you see this this really doesn't look nice. They look too big. They still look big. So what I'll do is that, and they don't look differentiable. So what I'll do is I'll change the CEO's color. I'll change the color to maybe a deeper blue, or mostly you make the main text deeper blue. You get it? Then you make the smaller one a lighter version of the same color. So I'll come this way, and then I'll drag it down. So let me reduce the transparency of the background and come here. Okay, for now let's just maintain it this way. Then we've added text.
And I'm excited to announce something special for all aspirants. Hi, I'm Bernard, and I'm excited to announce something special for all aspiring video editors. I'll be hosting a one-time.
So I'll cut this. You know how to cut already. I'll cut this.
I'll be hosting a one-time 1-hour CapCut tutorial session. We'll delve into the basics of video editing on your phone, whether you are just starting or
okay. So let's go back.
Video editors. I'll be hosting a one-time 1-hour CapCut tutorial.
So CapCut tutorial
session.
So you see, when I mentioned CapCut, the video is too raw. So what I'll try to do is that I'll go and look for CapCut, whether a video or CapCut logo, and put it somewhere in my video. So normally, you can use free pick, or you can use normal Google. Now I'll show you free pick. Now when I come, I'll click here. Okay, so let me not use free pick, because free pick we have the chance to get the paid options, and you have the chance to get the free options. No, so someone can type it in the comment section for me. We have free pick, Okay, let me just type it there myself.
Et à ouvrir les portes d'un monde de possibilités. Merci. Bonjour et bienvenue à tous sur notre chaîne. SAP Solutions est une entreprise spécialisée dans la migration pour les études à l'étranger. Ici, à SAP Solutions, nous offrons aux étudiants de meilleures chances à étudier à l'étranger. Nous prenons la qualité et le professionnalisme au sérieux et nous avons aussi des accréditations avec l'ICEF et British Council. Nos partenariats avec de meilleures universités et institutions du monde entier nous permettent d'offrir aux étudiants un large.
Okay, so I've placed them in the comment section. You can check them out. So what you can do is that you can go to Google and type. So this is already Google. So I can type CapCut logo, and then I'll go to the image sites. So let's see, let me select this CapCut logo. Then I'll right click and download, save image as. Okay, I'm not getting the chance to save the image as so what I'll do is, if I'm not getting what I want here, I want to download this as a JPEG, but I'm not getting the JPEG, I'm getting the web version. So you see, that one is, you can't import it to Premiere Pro. So what you do is you can go to Pixabay. Now Pixabay is free. It is a pirated software. I don't encourage the use of pirated software, but for education purposes, you can check Pixabay. Now, so you search for CapCut logo. And look at what this is giving me. Look at what CapCut is giving me. So let me search CapCut alone and see if I'll get something. I'm not getting anything reasonable. So let me go to free pick. So you see, we are using all the options I've given you. So let me search for CapCut logo. CapCut. Wow, this is interesting. I'm not getting CapCut logo online. Wow. So let's just go back to normal Google and click on this. Let me see. Let me right click here and see if I can save it. Okay, now you see I'm getting PNG. Now PNG means it's transparent. So I'll save it into the folder where I'm working. I'm working in this folder, the Premiere Pro Tutorials folder. So I'll just save it there. And then I'll go to my Premiere Pro and import it. So Control I for import. And then, so this is my CapCut logo. Now this is what I'll do. So I'll import it and drag it to my timeline. So
Tutorial session. We'll delve CapCut tutorial session.
So CapCut tutorial session. But you see, this makes the video weird. So I would like to make it a transparent logo. The CapCut logo, I want to make it transparent. So what I'll do is I can go online. So let me.
Et sur leur développement personnel, sachant qu'ils
I'll put the tool in the comment section so that you can also get to use it anytime you want to refer to it. So remove BG. Remove BG.
Merci. Bonjour et bienvenue à tous sur notre chaîne. SAP Solutions est une entreprise spécialisée dans la migration pour les études à l'étranger. Ici, à SAP Solutions, nous offrons aux étudiants de meilleures chances à étudier à l'étranger. Nous prenons la qualité et le professionnalisme au sérieux et nous avons aussi des accréditations avec l'ICEF et British Council. Nos partenariats avec de meilleures universités et institutions du monde entier nous permettent d'offrir aux étudiants un large éventail d'options académiques. Avec notre soutien,
So from the comment section, you can see I've placed it there, remove BG. So I'll go to remove BG, remove.bg. Then I'll get the chance to upload that CapCut, the CapCut picture, the image there. So I'll upload it this way. And then it will automatically remove the background, the white background from it. So I'll just download it there. And then I'll go back to Premiere Pro to import it. So you see, I'll import it. I'll go and look for CapCut. Okay, so this remove BG preview, and I'll import it. I'll delete it. Okay, so let me just add it here. So let me move this around so that you see the difference. So I hope you all see the difference now. So this one is transparent and this one has background. So it is more advisable to be using, if you are doing something like logo, it's more advisable to remove the background from the logo, then you use the main logo itself. So I'll delete this one. I'll delete this. So
1 hour CapCut tutorial session.
Okay, so I'll bring I'll bring it to the right and make it smaller. I'll make it smaller. So okay,
CapCut tutorial session.
so I said 1 hour CapCut tutorial session. So what I can do is that normally I would use an existing graphics, but for training purposes, let's do this. So I'll come and drag this here. You see, I taught you how to do this. This is Alt, and then you click and drag whatever you are doing. So I've pressed Alt on my keyboard, and I'll click and drag this. Then it duplicates it for me. So click and drag. Until you are done, don't leave the Alt, otherwise it won't move. Then I'll drag this here. Why? Okay. So I'll click and drag it here. Now I want to make this text, so I'll make it 1 hour. So I'll remove the background. So I'll come here and remove the background and make my font bold. Now if you don't double click on the text, it won't take the effect. So you see, when I made it bold, it didn't change. So I'll double click on the text itself and come and select bold, and now you see that it has taken effect. So I'll move this 1 hour here. I'll come this way and make the text bigger. 1 hour. So I think the white is not making it visible, so I'll choose the black. 1R. Then I'll move this CapCut here. So I'm just teaching you these few tricks. We've imported graphics, that's the logo. Make it big, small. 1R CapCut session. Now, so I'm left with the session text. So this is the 1R, and then so I'll duplicate this again. Now you can also copy. You can right click and copy, and then come here, right click and paste. So you can paste using Control V. So the same way you copy in when you are using in something in ChatGPT or Word, you can copy it. So I'll click on it, Control C to copy, then Control V. And now when you copy it, it pastes it where there is this blue timeline. So you see when I paste it here, it starts from where the timeline is. So I'll paste it here, and then I'll bring it this way.
CapCut tutorials.
So this is the second CapCut. I want to move this here. I want to move this here. So I'll make it session. I'll type session and make it okay. So now I have my 1R and the session at the same place. So I want to make the image. I want to directly place the image in the middle of the text. So let's see. This is what I have now. Now you can see that the 1R CapCut session is on my dress, which isn't nice. So what I can do is I can move these things one by one, but what I'll rather do is that I'll make my video a little bit bigger. So I'm showing all these things are manipulations. So by the time the video is done, you see that it has changed from its original state. So I'll cut this side where it begins. I'll cut this and make my video a little bit big. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section. So you see I've made my video a bit big. So I've made it 118. I've scaled it to 118 instead of 100. This is the 100 and this is the 118. And you see I'm still in the safe margin. So I'll move the video to my right a bit so that I'll give space to the 1R CapCut session. It's better. I like it moving to the left. So somewhere here, this is what I prefer. Then I'll move this 1R CapCut session. I'll move this rather here. I'll move this here. And then I'll move the CapCut logo here. Now let me show you a trick. There's something called nest. So when you right click here, you see nest. Now when we say a bird's nest, we say where all the birds sleep. So that particular bird and its children. It's 7 already. So guys, let's give me 15 minutes more. Let's wrap this up and then we close today's session. So I was explaining how the nest works. So you see all these videos. Now I want to minimize them and move them to one place. So what I'll do is I'll select all of them. I'll select all what I want to nest. I'll show you how it works. I'll show you how it works now. Then I'll right click on it. When I right click, I'll go through the options and select the next. When I click on next, you see that it gives me the chance to name it. So I'll name it 1 hour CapCut session. Okay, then you see that it combines all the 3 videos into one. Then when you double click on the nested list, you see all your options here. You see all of them here. So I'll show you how the nesting works. So I want to move all of them. So now when I change the size of the nested one, you see that it takes effect on all the 3 tools. When I double click on the nested one, because let me put a white background here. Let me put a white background here so that you all see what I'm doing. Okay. So when I move this and I make this one bigger in the nested one, and I go to the main video, you see that it has changed. So when the background I added has also changed and has come to the main video. So this is how it works. So when I take this off and I come to the main video, I have it off. So I'll just control back and we are okay. So this means that I just want to move this somewhere here. Then I'll move it up and middle a bit. So I'm good. I'm quite good here. So let's see.
1 hour CapCut tutorial session. Time 1 hour.
So I think the 1 hour should start here. 1 hour.
CapCut tutorial.
So let's see.
1 hour CapCut tutorial. 1 hour CapCut tutorial.
So I don't like the way my video moves. I want it to move with the CapCut as the CapCut comes. So this is what I'll do. I'll come and cut this side. Now you see, because I've already changed the size of this one, I've worked on the side. This one is 118. Now when I click on this part, it is 100. So what I'll do is that, and okay, let's study something. With this one that I've already moved, you see I've shifted the position. So it is not the same position as this one I'm clicking currently. So you see, it is not the same. This one is 960 and this one is 796. So what I'll, instead of typing here 1 by 1 796 and coming here to type 118, so you see, instead of doing that or going through all that stress, I can quickly right click on the video I want to imitate for the next one. I'll right click on it and select copy. Now when I select copy, now I want to work on this video. I want to copy this effect to this video. So after copying, I'll right click here and press paste attribute. So paste attribute. Now you see that the paste attribute is here. Okay, so this didn't work because it rather pasted the attributes of the, let me show you this. Right click, paste attribute. So you see, when it comes to the video side, video attributes, it didn't add any of the attributes. But when it comes to the audio side, it added the denoise and then fill left with right we did last week. So I won't add it. I'll just come straight 796 and come here 118. And it takes effect of this one. So let's play how it looks again.
1 hour CapCut tutorials. 1 hour CapCut.
So
1 hour CapCut.
So I'll bring this here.
1 hour CapCut tutorial. 1 hour CapCut tutorial. 1 hour CapCut.
So the 1 hour started earlier. So I'll just adjust 796 and 118. Yeah, good. So I'll drag this here again.
1 hour CapCut tutorial session.
So it ends here. I'll cut it.
1 hour Kafka tutorial session.
Okay, so I think we've done, if okay, so it's 7:09 or 7:09 or 7:10. I don't want to stress you guys. Other than that, I would have added a few more effects. These are just basics, so I'm teaching you what you need to know, so that when you get the already made graphics, you know how to use it. So let me play this video. I did a video some years back when I started editing fresh. When I started editing fresh, you see, because I knew how to manipulate things myself here, I used already made graphics to generate some kind of video files. So let's just play this and we see how it looks. I have the text here.
And I'm
So this
excited
Bernard
to announce
Atiga,
something
we've done
special
this
for all
text.
aspiring video editors. I'll be hosting a one-time 1 hour Kafka tutorial session.
So this is very basic. I'll show you a video I did. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So I'll show you a video I did with so the next video I'm coming to play, the video I'm playing is something I did with just graphics, like graphics that I've downloaded from somewhere. They are pre-made. So next week we'll look more into the pre-made versions. So I'll just show you how it is.
De meilleures chances à étudier à l'étranger. Journalisme au sérieux. Et nous avons aussi des accréditations avec l'ICEF et British Council. Nos partenariats.
Din sɛ 10 years of God's goodness.
Dwumadi a ɛbɛkɔ so bi ne crusade kɛse pa a yɛne Michelle Camp District a ɛwɔ Ashaman area ɛka bom ayɛ medical outreach. Ɔgye mpa ɛbɔ kuhinta.
Praise and worship festival a yɛde hyɛ Awurade anuonyam. Excursion a yɛde kɔ Sram Amedjope Canopy Walk. Street march a yɛde tu mmɔnten aka Awurade Yesu Kristo ho asɛm. Ɛne bebree a ɛkeka ho. Kiuma ɛda saa afahyɛ yi so ɛne Awurade ye anadɔyɛ wɔ hɔ daa. Psalm 118 verse 1. Akasafo a ɛba saa afahyɛ yi bi ɛne Apostle Set Dwamena Asante, Area Head Nkwanta, Apostle SY Dogbe, Area Head Hohoi, Pastor Daniel Opon, Chira District, Pastor Shadrach Ado Anan, Michelle Camp District a ɛwɔ Ashaman area, Pastor Ernest Wisdom Wolanyo, Resident Minister PIWC Nkwanta, ɛne Elder Dr. Uboro Tasan Konja Desis, Paramount Chief a ɔwɔ Kwasa, ɔsɔfo adwumadie nyinaa si ne srɛ so ɛne Pastor Emmanuel Owusu Afriye Sian, Pasalili District. Afahyɛ yi ɛhyɛ aseɛ ɛbenada April da a ɛtɔ so 16, kwasi ada April da a ɛtɔ so 21 ɛwɔ Kwasa Mount Olives Assembly. Bɛka yɛn ho ɛ, na yɛn na Awurade ase wɔ yi a wayɛ yɛn no ho. Na wo nso ɔbɛyɛ wo yie. The Church of
So so that's something. It's very basic. What I did there was basic. I did that I think 2023. And if I'm to do the same project this year, you see that there's been massive improvement. Even though that was very basic, you could see that my graphics, my fonts, the way I brought them in a timely manner. So with projects like that, you are just going to manipulate things like this. So the movement, the size, where it should be, where it should appear, how big it should be. All those things are basic things that you need. So there is this project I also did. I was playing it at the beginning, the one with the French guy. If you realized it, you see I did this kind of pre-made text. Okay, hold on. So you guys should just take a look at the name here, the name and then the image here.
Medical outreach. Ɔgye mpaebɔ kuhinta.
Praises and worship festival. Street march a yɛde tu mmɔnten aka Awurade Yesu Kristo ho asɛm ɛne bebree a ɛkeka ho. Theme a ɛda saa afahyɛ yi so ɛne Awurade yie anadɔyɛ wɔ hɔ daa. Psalm 118 verse 1. Akasafoɔ a ɛreba saa afahyɛ yi bi ɛne Apostle Set Dwamena Asante, Area Head Nkwanta, Apostle S.Y. Dogbe, Area Head Hohoi, Pastor Daniel Opon, Chira District.
So you could see that with that one, the name there was, you can play back the video if you want to watch. You could see that the name there was already, the text graphic there is nicer than what we've done today because it's already made. So if it's already made and you know how to use it, you just adjust it for yourself. You adjust it for it to do good for yourself. So basically, these are things that we use every day. Everything I taught you today is like I'm working on a full project. So you'll be using these things. You'll be using these things basically every single time you're working on a project. So I taught you how to move things left and right using the position tool here at the effects control. When you click here, taught you how to move them up and down, and I've taught you how to scale up and down. I've taught you when you come here, this rotate. You can rotate whatever you want to rotate, and we'll come here on how to use this for effects, basic effects. So these are just basic things that as an editor you use every single day. So what I'll do is that next week I'll try and finalize what I have to finalize, and then next week I take you through the finishing touches. So what to check after you are done with your video. Kindly hold on. Okay, so what you do after you are almost done with your video to check if everything is in place, how to export and those things. Then for the last week when I meet you, I would like us to do a one-on-one session. So we discuss the problems you faced. So you have to keep trying out things so that you know where you are falling short, you know where the mistakes are coming from. Before we complete this Premiere Pro session. So next week we'll do more things next week, even though today I think we've done more, but next week will also be more. So just practice and let's move on. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. This brings us to the end of today's session. Kindly text me privately if you joined today. Okay, so someone is asking, yes, that's one. Someone had asked, does Premiere Pro have templates? Premiere Pro has templates, but their templates are very basic. So let's go here. Let's go to the graphics side. So what you see here, oh, I'm having an issue with this software. So okay, this is a Premiere Pro template. It is very basic. You see something like this.
CapCut tutorial session.
It is a Premiere Pro template. It is very basic. It doesn't really look nice. This one too. So you see.
CapCut tutorial session.
So what we could have used this. We could have used this one. This post team, make and change it here. Then I'll change the color. So quickly, we've done this. So this is how their templates look like. You just come and then you click here. You change the color. We are closing. Then I've changed the color. Then they said secondary color. So the black, I can change it to red. You see how it works. Then this main color, the white, I can change it to yellow. So basically everything I've taught you how to use this color tool. I've taught you how to use a color picker, so I can pick a color from here. Basically this is what you'll be using for all your projects. So even if you take the pre-made templates, you are good to go. Now to answer your question, you said that Premiere Pro have templates. Yes, Premiere Pro has basic templates you can use, and also people have made serious templates that are so nice that you would like to use in your project. So they are also there. Next week I'll take you through how to get them and how best you can incorporate them in your project. So until then, thank you for joining. Kindly text me privately on WhatsApp or leave a message here. I'll follow up with you. If you want to contact me, my number is 024 another 0241365. I'll leave it in the comment section and then we can pick it up from there. Thank you for joining today's session, and that's it. Bye bye.
Empire Boku Hinta. This is a worship festival. I did share already.